Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So happy to see you guys today. Good Sunday, right? Beautiful day. I love you guys. Thank all y'all for your support, for the new subscribers, for your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments, which I love so much, and I find them very beautiful, and I'm very grateful that you take the time to let me know that I have, that we're a lot alike, that we think the same. I love that. I love knowing that. Okay, guys, today we have a big reading, a big topic. God wants me, the Holy Spirit, the Creator Source. Oh, yeah. In honor of all my indigenous people, I do come from Cherokee tribe. Some of my people are, have actually practiced it. I don't look like it, believe it or not. I come from two dark-haired, dark brown-eyed people. I don't know what the heck happened, and I was born into a family that was all dark except for me. Not that I mind that. I mean, that's got nothing to do with it. I'm just saying I was a little bit of an oddball. And so, being an oddball makes you a target. And, I know that being a target isn't always comfortable. But I know this, that if you do get targeted, it will either make you or break you. It will either toughen you or turn you into a victim. And we ain't victims on this channel. We don't go that route, right? We get tougher and stronger as we go. So God really wanted me, or Source, or the universe. I believe that it's all one anyway, that we're all one people, and that the most sacred thing in this universe is life. Because this is the only planet that holds life. So therefore, life is sacred. We never know how long we have in this life. So therefore, life is sacred because death is sure. And that wouldn't make death very sacred, it's just something, a place where we're heading to for rest one day. But while we're alive, we want to live, right? And when we want to live, we want to make sure we have these high vibrations that are going for us, and that we're happy, and that we honor our inner child, we honor our inner mother, we honor our inner father. And when we do that, we honor the three, the Trinity, right? It's within us as much as it's out in the universe, as much as it is in the world. We actually have, it just breaks down. And we want to bring heaven to this earth, right? So God wanted me to tell you, you are, how did God give it to me? World shakers, curse breakers, bridges to the new heaven on earth. Okay. With that being said, let's begin this little story, this message that God wants you guys to have. And world bridgers and curse breakers means the most important message of the day is how we really need to stand in our truth fearlessly. And we need to speak it out loud, because when we speak our truth, it changes the world around us. Because if God agrees with this truth, and it's spoken truth, then other people will hear it through the collective too. And it doesn't matter who you say it to, whether they believe you or not. The fact and the point is that under your authority, you have spoken truth that God agrees with, and it will go out to the masses. We have 11. We have Jupiter, expansion, and we have Libra, balance. Okay, so today our card was, I don't have it very good in here, but the heart, the seat, the power, the love, the goodness that is in you is right here in the heart. Balance. Okay, so we have Libra, which is the 6th house, which is over relationships. We have Jupiter, which is all about expansion and growth and good karma, good luck, good blessings. Even if it's just a little bit, we have to account that, because the more excited we get even over the little blessings, the more God will help with the bigger ones, the manifestations that change our life. Okay, and we got 11 higher vibrations. You guys are vibrating out there really good. And God, source, I want to say source, God, I said God my whole life, so but you guys know who I'm talking about. To me, source has no name. It comes from back in the beginning, that which began to create, that which had a mind to organize. So we all carry this in us, right? We all are God. It's just about how we get organized, how we organize our mind, how we think, what we do, and mainly is knowing what we believe in and why we believe in it. And that's faith that gets built up upon knowledge and wisdom, knowing what's coming. I mean, you begin to just know, okay? You just begin to know. But the most important thing you want to know is yourself. X, the unknown. We pull from these depths of the unknown. Death is always with us side by side. We're alive and we're dead. We sleep at night. That's a mini death. We wake up each morning. That's a mini death. We have to wake up, right? Especially the older you get. So, and death is just rest. Rest for our soul after a long life on this planet Earth. And when you go back culminating everything, you find that it's been a long, long journey, but we don't give up. We don't give up on our journey, because as we begin to age and mature, we only begin to get better and we think better, especially if we keep our mind in shape. If we read, if we learn about new things, if we have new experiences, we do not age and we do not get old. The more experiences you have under your belt, the better you're going to be able to handle, your age. It's a key. Experiencing is one of the keys to our life's understanding, knowing and knowledge and learning from it. I thought I dropped a charm, but maybe I didn't. Be Daisy. Yeah, bloom in your truth, bloom in your third eye. Open yourself to blooming and learning new things, and keep your mind sharp. Keep your mind, growing. Wow, there's a little flower and a big flower. So here's a tiny one of the bigger one that was just out. I can't hardly hold it. It's so little. Growth. Okay, so it bloomed a couple times, right? That's promoting growth. Have a universal mind. Have a universal mind. Understand that we are all here on this one planet, and we all need this planet. We all need it. And we need to let everybody know that it belongs to us all. Even though we're not seeing the results of that yet, we will. You guys are the bridges to the new world, God says. Okay, I'm going to take the Gaia deck. You are the bridges to the new world. For the information that you're pulling in, and you stand in your truth, you are a bridge to that which is going to be a better place and a better time in the future on this planet. And that's what we're building. And we have to build in the collective first, right? We all have to build in the collective. And as it goes out into the collective and we begin to stand in our truth and tell people what we think, how we feel about things, and we're talking about the overall general well-being of the planet. When we speak for ourselves, we're speaking for everybody. Because everybody experiences these same things at one time or another, whatever we're going through. Whether you're going up the wheel right now to better days, or whether you're on the other side of the wheel and it's not so good. It always changes. Everything changes. It will change. I've been on that downside. Yeah. Hey, look at that. Yeah. I really feel like I'm a shaman. I have a stick. This is my little wand. I keep it near all the time. I got it off of old rose bush that I trimmed up, and I found it, and I thought, you know what? I really like that. And then I have a walking stick too, and I have a staff. And I'm going to begin doing some carvings. I love to carve and stuff like that, and maybe I'll put them up on my channel and stuff. Who knows what can happen in the future, right? We always dream of the new things that we got going on. This coming winter, I want to take a class and do some carving. And now that I don't have to worry about a house and a home, I find myself able to allow myself these little dreams to come in and moving towards them. Okay, so the message today is, let's do it one more time. It's all about standing in your truth. The heart archetypes of the wild unknown. Speak and stand in your truth and watch the world change around you, was the message. Because people have to think about what they're doing. Like, let's say everything isn't perfect, which sometimes appears in my own home. And if I don't speak up and say something, everybody else acts like nothing is going on. I don't like that. So, I had to speak up this last couple days. And I called on my divine masculine, actually. And man, I stepped right into my own man and started sorting things out here around the house and got things back in shape. And I believe within a day or two we'll all be back to normal again. Okay, so speak and stand in your truth and watch the world change around you. Learning our value. Yeah, God says we got to know about our heart and how beautiful it is and the power that's in it, because we only want to help, where a lot of times people look at us like maybe we're bitches and snitches. And I don't know, throughout my life I've met people who did not respect truth, nor did they want me to speak about it. They would rather I sat quietly, and I did for a long time, but I don't do that anymore, because I know if I do, I'll have to tolerate the bullshit, and I don't tolerate bullshit no more. I'm too old for that shit. And I wished I'd have started not tolerating it when I was in my 20s. Learning our value, respecting truth, appreciation for self, respecting our truth, how we feel, and appreciating ourselves is very important. And our own self-esteem. For our solar plexus, we want to shine, right? And in order to shine, people have to know who we are and where we stand and where to cross and where not to cross, especially if there are boundaries in our room or in our, perimeter. And it's good for our mental health not to have to deal with the things that are outside of them. We keep our peace within our perimeter. Okay. Saying what you want to hear, but not what you need to know. Silence from other partners or other people or other family members. They tell you what you want to hear, but they don't tell you what you need to know. And this is something that's come up in my life recently, and I'm not very happy with it at all. And that is the reason for this whole reading. So, it was the theme anyway. And so I put on my war cap, and I've been doing my shaman thing, calling on the spirits, my ancestors of whom I love, and kind of showing a side of myself maybe you guys never saw before. And here we go. We are going to do a reading for the Divine Feminine, and I told you the message that God gave me. Whether it will be synchronized with this message or not, I don't know. But I know this, that God says there are many of you out there who have truths, things that you don't like that are going on in the house and isn't good for everybody. But you're not speaking out or standing up for yourself. You're avoiding conflict. And Another thing, conflict is the road to resolution. When people come together with a conflict, they are either going to work it out or somebody's going to leave. And therefore, it's the road to resolution. It either gets worked out or somebody leaves. Right? Right. It's pretty simple. And then when everybody, it don't mean they leave forever, because when people cool down, they come back together. You know, a lot of us are living with our soulmates, family. You know, we're all just doing the best we can. But our happiness matters. And we can only be happy when we spit out our truth. Right? Okay, so I shuffled the cards. Look at their emotional happiness. Comes from speaking your truth. Because it clears out your emotions. You're actually releasing emotions that you don't like, or that you don't want to hold on to, or you don't want to think about, or you don't want in your head. And to clear our mind, you know, we want it to be like the feathers. We don't want to be thinking about a bunch of stuff that don't serve us, that brings us down or makes us depressed. We want to think about beautiful things, higher-minded things. We want to think about what we're going to do next year a little bit. We want to process what we went through last year a little bit. We want to be present in the moment today and plant a flower or make some biscuits. That's what I like to do. Man, I made some biscuits yesterday. Boy, were they ever yummy. Okay, that's enough about the biscuits, because I'll be in there wanting to make some more. And, you know, I eat a lot of beans and rice, biscuits and cornbread. I am so old school. And, you know, it's really not that expensive either. And you can make it taste good. You put salsa in a pot of beans. And I'm talking about cut up some tomatoes and onions and garlic and cilantro. And then you put them beans over rice and top it with cheese. And you got cornbread on the side. That's how I was raised. And it's kept me healthy, kept me strong. Yeah, beans, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you eat, the more better you feel. Eat red beans to make a good kill. Growth. We're all growing right now. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can really, really feel it too. And I'm wanting to move around more, somewhat that springy step growth. Draw inspiration from nature's ability to grow and evolve, and actively seek opportunities for personal growth by speaking your truth. Be willing to learn and strive to become the best version of yourself fearlessly. Yeah, makes me, every time I see this, I think of Kung Fu Panda. I love Kung Fu Panda. Man, and I'm like Kung Fu Panda. I love my pasta too. Okay, so we're going to use the Gaia deck. And let's see what Mother Earth has to say. Mother Gaia. Mother of the universe, mother of creation, mother of birth, the birth mother of all things, the universe. Somewhere out there began somewhere back in time with an idea. And we know that because it all looks so perfect. Okay, here we go. What are we going to pull? Death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. I kind of want to put this card up here. Let's see if we can do this. See if it'll work. Death and rebirth. Because I'm going to read this. Gaia, Mother Gaia. This is from the Gaia deck. Oh, I had a card in there. Death and rebirth. What card is that? What number? Yeah, we have a death and rebirth every day. That's why when we wake up, we want to be happy. We want to find reason to be grateful for everything that we go through in our life. I'm going to have to look. 8. Let's see, what is card 8? Oh, that's strength. Leo, fire. Yeah, we want to learn how to make sure that respecting and honoring our voice, our air, our mind, our air, respecting, honor our voice, our emotions, our heart, and our body, and speaking what we know to be true that will bring about better. It is our opportunity to stand up for the power of the Spirit, to bring forth better things into your world and the world in general. Just overall, it's a birth, it's a death, and a rebirth. A death of the old, no, I won't tolerate that, and a birth of the new earth that we're bringing in, where we were all are considered equal, whether divine masculine, whether divine feminine, or whether our inner child. Okay. Endings, beginnings, cycles, transformation, transmutation, change and growth. Let go of the past. The future is unknowable. We don't know what's coming, but we know it's going to be good. We know we're expecting good, because every time we change more and grow into a better human, that brings more good towards us. We just step into a better place. When we begin to stand up for our humanity, for who we are, and why we're here, and what we represent. In Divine Feminine, we represent creation. We represent the mother. We give birth to life. And it's our job to speak over life and how we want it to go. Okay. There is no going back. Allow yourself to mourn the ending. And yes, that's very important to feel that, so those emotions don't get stuck. You want to feel anything that's come to an end. You want to feel it well. You want to write about it. You want to talk about it. You want to think about it. And then eventually it'll be like, oh, that's gone. That's all gone. Because you spent all those emotions that you felt on it. So spin your emotions. Get rid of those emotions. Feel them. Express them. Don't think about them. Feel them, express them, and release them. Shed your skin. That's your ego. Let your ego go. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid. Don't hold back. Your ego tells you, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So don't listen to that. Don't do that. You go ahead and force your way through it. Eventually the ego shuts up. And you begin to get more courage and braver and speaking your truth and doing your actions and whatever it is that you've got going on that you want to create in your world and your life. Allow innocence to be reborn. Allow innocence to be reborn. Forgive yourself for everything and bring your inner child out. Play. I had one of you guys told me about, painting in your little playhouse and painting a playhouse and playing through the playhouse. How wonderful. Allow it to happen. Allow it. Don't care what people think. What they think is them. That's them. Don't worry about what people think. Just do. Just do. And smile and listen. They'll be jealous. They'll be like, God, I wish I could do that. Show people how to do that. Show them. Focus on the short-term future. So don't think long-term. I guess I was wrong there. Focus on the short-term. What you want tomorrow? What do you want today? What do you want today? A change in beliefs, attitude, or behavior. The death rebirth card symbolizes cycles and change. Death rebirth is the death of the old and the birthing of the new. It is time to let go of the past and turn to face a new and unknown future with the awareness that there is no going back. It is time to begin again, sometimes with nothing but memories and at other times with everything external unchanged. But with your mind so altered that everything seems different, strange, and unfamiliar. It is a time to pass from one stage or state of being to another, and to be transformed so completely that the person undergoing the change no longer recognizes themselves. They are the caterpillar that has become a butterfly. An irreversible process of transmutation is complete. The person they were is gone forever, and they have been reborn. Life as they know it has changed. And I know many of you have experienced that in this lifetime, maybe many times in this lifetime. I too have experienced it many times in this lifetime. Yeah, death and rebirth. I've had a lot of experience. I've been married a lot of times. I've moved and lived in several different states over a span of 3,000 miles. I've left cultures and went to new cultures. And that is what has given me my wisdom, my knowledge, my understanding. I have hung out with Catholics. I've hung out with Baptists. I've hung out with partiers. I've been around prostitutes. I've had a range from the most holy, or those who thought they were the most holy, to the most worst. And tell you the truth, some of the times those who were considered in the categories of the lowest treated me the best. And those who thought they were up on the uppity end of town, like close to heaven, treated me the worst, judged me the hardest. And they already there. Okay, Gaia, Mother Nature, Mother of Life, what would you say to us? Oh, I got a message. 8 of Wands, action, fast movement, messages. But I got one behind it too, so that's the message. She's so sly. Mother Nature is the one. She creates good, she creates evil. She creates healing, she creates diseases. I wouldn't say she's evil, that's wrong. She doesn't kill for no reason, like man who has to have an army and soldiers and they go out and kill children and stuff because they want to steal land. Mother Gaia isn't like that. But she does give us all kinds of situations to live through. She gives us situations that change us and give us experiences, especially if we're not out stretching ourselves to grow. We will get experiences. Oh, lo and behold, there's the mother. There she is. Mother Nature, the message. Begin to give yourself new experiences to learn new knowledge. Do things that take you out of your comfort zone. Grow more energy into your life by reaching out yourself, by standing, by pulling, by pushing, whatever kind of friction that you have to make. Sometimes we get in a place, it's better to have righteous wrath than it is to have depression, right? It is better to have righteous wrath. I don't know what happened to my camera. But it is better to have righteous wrath than it is to have depression. All of a sudden we can't see. There we go. We'll leave it there for a minute, see if it'll come into space. There. Yeah, it is better to be pissed off and to voice your anger, your frustrations, and your truth to people than allow yourself to be put down into a depression to where you get sad and don't know what to do, confused, very quiet. You don't want to go there. You want to stand up and say, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I don't like it. right? And if you need to do that, God wants you to know that it is your right as the mother of your household, the mother of your family, the mother of who has all-knowing, who has given birth to many lives, and not just given birth to many lives, but you carry the DNA of every mother who come before us. Why do they think mothers are so wise? Yeah, we need a feminine council to tell you the truth in the government that everybody has to go through. The hero. Fire again. We got more fire. Wonderful, wonderful, hot, burning, righteous fire. The source of creation. Fire and water breaks everything apart, blows everything up. You know, combustion, explosions, storms. You know, it's all a part of burning things away so that new life can grow. Burn away the old things that no longer fit into your life with the fire of righteous wrath, and allow it to be burnt to ash so that new stuff can grow. I won't tolerate this anymore. I'm cutting it off right now. It's over. You've got a clean space, and more, something new, better can come in, if that makes any sense. Yeah, my whole life, that's what I've had to do. I've had to clear space to bring in better. Each time I went through my learning phase, sometimes ties had to be cut, and had to step back away from things and reassess and re-begin again with any kind of new knowledge that I gained. You know, and it's just a constant climbing the mountain, right? We're always climbing that mountain, moving closer and closer and closer to the spiritual realm, to our soul, to creator source, to doing the right thing for the right reasons, and speaking our truth, and having faith in the good, keeping a positive attitude, loving those that we love through any of the problems. Even though we're speaking about what we're speaking about, doesn't mean that we don't love those we're speaking to, right? It just means sometimes, you know, somebody has to stand with the staff and the backbone to change things while they need to be changed before things get worse. Because once it starts going one way, whether you're heading to heaven or whether you're heading to hell, you know, everybody knows we can go south faster, right? It's easier to go down than it is to go up. So, yeah, keep your energy high, speak your truth, stand your ground, make your boundaries, and let everybody know. This guy reminds me of the Emperor whenever I see him. It's this Six of Fire. It's victory. Victory. You see him behind his boundaries? That's God synchronizing what I'm telling you. Oh, he's drinking from his cup. He's given himself love. And the people that love him are protecting him. Do you see the protectors on both sides? So if they love you, they will give you your space and they will protect you. They will give you the time you need to heal, recoup, and they will also feed you emotionally and spiritually, mentally and physically, and help you through if you need it. If they love you, they will. I need to remember that myself. You know, there are people that I'm still like angry at, that I don't want to like give them an inch. And, you know, there have been times, regardless of what happened, that they were good to me. And I need to remember those times as often as I remember the bad. And I just taught myself something here that I got to take with me, that God wants me to recognize. Sometimes when I'm talking to you guys, I actually teach myself something too. So I need to look at not just what has happened that was bad. I need to also look at things that have happened that were good, that come from the same person. And it's not always easy, is it? No. Duality. You know, I'm going to read this card because it pops up a lot. It's the Two of Wands. It's making choices, I believe. It's about choosing, you know, what you're going to do. That's how it is in the tarot. Let's see what Gaia says. Mother of fire, mother of water, mother of dragons. To me, when I say Gaia, I'm thinking of just nature of life. Life. The mother of life. Air. We're looking for fire. Here we go. Power sharing, mentorship, partnerships, equality, teamwork, mutual interests, ambition, and control. Align yourself with another. A power sharing situation. Two heads are better than one. A time for teamwork and cooperation. A struggle for power. Seek one who will teach much needed skills. An equal exchange of energy. Someone who will help you overcome obstacles. And there we go with needing to have different experiences in our life in order to grow, to learn from other people, you know, to move forward and try to understand their vision and view of things as well, while still capable of holding on to what we believe to be true, right? And listen, as we went, which one was that was changing? Oh, here we go, where we change our mind, where we go through the death and rebirth process, where our mind moves forward, which just happened to me, you know, where I realized that I need to give credit where credit is due, that everything that went through me and my ex-husband, everything he did wasn't horrible. So I have to balance that out. And even after we separated, he did try to help. So I have to, you know, keep that in mind. King of Air, that's the truth. Even God corrects me, and that's okay. I love God. I want to do the righteous thing, the good thing, the good thing. I want to do what's good for everybody, not necessarily just for myself. But we have to stand in our truth, and not just stand in our truth, though. We have to open our perception and perspective to try to see other people's truth as well, obviously, and what they're trying to do. And maybe sometimes anger and frustration can get in the way of seeing those things, especially if you've been wrong. But, you know, and then we bring this up, the emotions. He brought that on himself by never telling me the truth. So there. No. That's what I got to say. If he couldn't tell me what the hell happened, why he decided to do what he did, then there's no way he can come back into my life, because I feel like if you don't know what happened, then you're going to do it again, because you don't know what triggered you to do what you did in the first place. And if you don't understand why you did what you did and what triggered you to do what you did, that means you haven't healed it, right? Right now. Oh yeah, hell yeah, there's the Queen of Air. Having a, what was it doing here? Dealing with the Divine Masculine on the other side, right? Yes, you have done some good things, but you never told the truth. You never confessed, and so therefore, boundaries, baby. And I'm going to stand up continuously and speak my truth, whether he likes it or anybody likes it or not, right? Right, because we are curse breakers, world shakers, and we are bridges to the new world, and we don't allow anyone to mess around with us, and we do what we need to do to bring that word of truth to this planet, to shake this world up. Right? Okay, Divine Feminines. I was in here doing my powwow. Yeah, that's wisdom, guys. You see the old guy there? Yeah, I told you I was in my Divine Masculine. I called on my Divine Masculine energy so I could be a little more protective of myself when, the ex was around. Yeah. Because you know what? We all want love. We all want to be loved. And sometimes, when they begin acting romantic without giving any reason why they did what they did in the first place, we can, the Divine Feminine can be kind of somewhat seduced. So I had to go into my Divine Masculine. And I'm going to stay there. Because I ain't playing no games. If you don't know why you did what you did, then that means you'll do it again. One more. Oh, hell yeah. The self. Protection of self. And that's what I'm telling you, ladies. I don't know if you've been through this situation or not, but protect yourself, Divine Feminines, because your world, you're curse breakers, world shakers, and bridges to the new heaven on earth. Stand long, stand strong. Remember, you're a warrior. And you got powers that you have no idea of in your DNA. Tap into yourself. Call out your wild woman. And sing your war dance. Let's change the world. And let's show them we ain't putting up with no bullcrap. Meanwhile, ladies, I love you all so much. Have a wonderful day. God bless y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed this read. I did. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.